Morning, Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome all my newbies. I've got quite a few. I hope you're enjoying the channel. And if you've never been here before and you are a newbie, every Tuesday I do a Tuesday Treasures. This is Tuesday and this is the freebie. So we've got some cabinet cards. We've got a blank one here, so you can either put your own photograph, your own picture or stamp on it. And we've got 2 tags. There's also a sheet of paper that kind of matches the colours, so you can either make a page in your journal or you can make a pocket or whatever you want to do. I've done the photographs I've put in is like a fairy, 2 children, an old coloured photograph, looks like from probably the 60s. But they all kind of match the colours and they'll all go with this one, even the one with the blue sea in the background. So with the magic of editing, I'm going to go away and cut these out and I'll see you in a little. Okay, that's me back. So I've cut them out. I've not ink drowned them, so we've got our 4 cabinet cards. Got our little fat tag and our tall skinny tag and our sheet of paper. So I'm going to put that away for now, and that is the same size tag, so if you wanted you could have that as a pocket and pop your cabinet cards in there. That's the easiest way. Or you can just use your paper and make a pocket. I've also, what I did do was I printed the same digital out on cream card. It's actually pearlized card on one side, but you can see the difference in the colours. That's done on white card, that's done on cream card. So by printing it off on different coloured cards, you know, sort of like even white, you get different shades of white, which is until I started crafting, well, with art, I didn't realise, but yeah. So I have a couple there that I'm maybe going to do some different things with. But what I want to do is I'm going to ink round these and I'm going to use vintage photo. So I think what we'll do is we'll deal with this one first. Now this, you can either have it as a tag or you can put it in, you know, in a page as a pocket. But I'm going to use it as a tag. I'm going to use some little die cuts, I think. And I've got some here. Now we've got some little leaf shapes there, so I just want to go just round there. So the sentiment on this says everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. And I quite like that. I think we'll use that one, yeah. And I'm just going to go over it with, just lightly with the sponge that I was using, the blender, just so it's not stark white. And then I'm just going to kind of hit the ends. And that'll do. I'm going to stick that on there. This one's quite... And we'll put that over there. And I'm just using a dry wet wipe just to mop up any glue seepage. And I think we need to just nip that end off. And I think we might put a little bit of lace at the bottom of that one and just keep this one quite simple. Yep. And I'm using my Trimmets fabric glue, and we're just putting that along the edge there, and I'll wait till it dries before I trim these edges off. And what I was thinking of doing is I've got some antique buttons here, some of them are, some of them aren't. I just want to, I think we'll go with this one, and what I am going to use is I'm going to use the fabric, because it's a thick gloopier glue. I'll shove some on there as well. And there we are. So that looks quite pretty. And I think I'll have a little ID card slot, and it's going to go over a bit of a flower. That's fine. Just right. So this one, now this one I want to put a sentiment. I like the way that one sits. So that's the one I'm going to go for. So I think we're going to have that there. Okay. And I'm going to go with the... I'm going to go with the smoky grey with the VersaFine. I like VersaFine on... Now that might not be dark enough. So what I'll do is I'll go over it slightly with black. Just lightly tapping. And it'll mix with the grey, and then we'll just get a slightly dark, it'll not be too black. And then I just want that up there. And there we are, and I quite like that. And I'll just wipe my... And that on its own, I like. And it's a little bit wonky, but it's fine. I think we might put some flowers on this one. Let me see what other digitals I've got here. Not digitals, die cuts. Got a few. I've still got some Christmas ones left. We've got that grey one. That one back like that. Oops. And then that one over the top. I thought I had a daisy one, but I might have used them. Yeah. Although I had these out because I needed to use them, and once I've used them then I'll cut some more. So yeah, I've used it. So I think we'll have that there. And what I want to do is I want to pick up on that peach here. So I'm going to get a peachy, what have we got in there? that'll do. So we've got dried marigold. I've got some little finger daubers here, and I've got one that looks kind of as if it's had peach on it. Now I've got a silicone mat under here, so it's fine. I need to load that sponge up, that's it. Now I have inked this previously. I must have been going to use it on something else, so it's got some like brown ink on the end, which is fine because it's just all going to blend in anyway. And then that on that looks nice, and it was this one. Just gonna have a look. At this. Do I want that white or do I want that a little bit beige? So I think I'll have that a little bit beige, so we'll put that back, and I think we'll maybe look at pumice stone. Maybe it's a little bit green, I don't know. I'll use a new finger dauber. And have a look at this. And that's maybe just a bit too coloured, so we'll go over with the... I'm just using whatever peach is left on there. I'm just mixing my colours. Don't have a plan with this. I'm just experimenting. But we'll not use pumice stone. What I'm going to have a look at is the frayed burlap. That's a little bit of a brown. So I'm just... And I don't want too much on, so I'm just dabbing it here and there. And it'll just blend with the peach and the grey of the pumice stone. So it'll not be too peachy, as you can see. And then with this, I think we've managed to master the colours of the... I'm just going to get a wet wipe and wipe. So yes, I think we've managed to match that, because that goes with that goes with that, and this goes with all this round here. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So we'll stick this one on first. I might need to put a bit more on here. I doubt it, but and we'll stick that down. And then we'll turn it over and trim these off. And I think I want some foil on this. What I might do now, one of the things I do with like tablet packets, pill packets, I take the bubbles off them, cut them right down. I usually shove them under a something to flatten them. I usually put them in the die machine, and then what I've used is little hole punches to punch more holes in. And what I do like to do is I like to do little circles on my pages and things like that. So I quite fancy, and there you are. And then I think we'll have some of these here, but we'll use the peach. And you have to remember this is a bit of peach and burlap. And there we are, that looks a bit too uniform, so I'm just... And there we are. And that's all I do, and they're brilliant for using as stencils. Because it's kind of a distressed edge, I think we can get away with it. So I'm going to put some of the lighter gold in here amongst the peach, and all I do there is I just lift it up a bit until it's just sticky, and then we'll put that over like that and then burnish it down. And keep burnishing it, because what you're wanting the glue to stick to the foil underneath. And there we are. We've got a little bit there that needs... There we are, and then we've got that marbled effect, and then we'll put a little bit of the normal gold here, some down here, I don't want to squash it down too much. I'm just and then put that over there like that, and you can see where it's, you know, when you put it down you can see where the glue is, because you can see it's sticking to the foil. And we'll see if we can get any bits here. We'll get some little specks, I don't know. There we are. Oh, see, it didn't really work on that, so maybe it's let the glue dry too much. Just a little bit more. No. Okay. Just scratching it on the surface. But we've definitely got some there. So we'll put that back on there. And I didn't dab it this time. That's better. So I've left the gold dry a little bit too much, and I quite like that, and I'm going to put a little bit down here. I'm going to use the lighter gold. And again, I'm just barely scratching it on. And just rubbing it in, burnishing it down a bit. There we are. and I quite like that, and that gives us kind of a distressed part metallic tag. What I'm looking for is a stamp to go with these as well. That's it. Got that stuck to me, so I'm going to have that heart there. That might fit. Okay, now what colour I'm going to have this heart? It's vintage photo. If it doesn't work, I can always print another one out. And oh, it's lovely one here, so I think we'll go around it with the copper one. And so you can see there's like a crosshatch there and there's some lines, so that's what I'm following with the gold pen. And then what happens is it just gives it that hint of colour. And I'm not pressing down too much, I'm just any of the shaded areas of the stamp, that's where I'm going to go. And we've got the butterflies, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the butterflies wings. And we've got the and I think that's it. And these kind of things I used to do, like swirly plants and things like that when I was doodling, so I quite like doing anything like this. And I think we're just going to leave that like that, but what I might do is I might do some lines off this heart just at this side, just give it a little bit of shading, so it's going from the copper to the gold. And we'll do a little bit here, and it just gives it that kind of 3D effect. Whoops. And I think we'll have a little sentiment on it as well. Again, I got them from Temu. They're corner stamps, and I think what we might do is we might use some of these in here. I'm just looking for one that I like. I think I like that one. I like the plainer one. take that off there. We'll have that there, and I'm just going to do this in no, I'm not. I'm going to use the smoky grey. It will be lighter. I could have used my Galaxy Gold, but I'm not. There we are. And I'm just going to do it in this top corner as well. And there we are, quite like that. And we'll give it another little ink around the edges. 4 of these. I think what we might do is make a pocket or a tuck spot. See, we can't put them that way. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do what I said in the first place, and that's make a pocket out of this. So again, I do like my little flat tags. And we'll just and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my ruler in there just to stop it from spreading a little bit. And I think we'll have I call them ribbon sliders. But they're not, they're ID. It's an ID card punch. I don't know whether we'll get these in here yet. So we could have 2 there, and we could put a little there's one that matches. So I think we'll have a little pocket here as well. Oh. Needs another little slither off. And I think what I'll do is I'll match that. So I've got a tag punch here, and I think I'll match it with that. Yeah, quite like that. And the little bits of card, when you're cutting these out, you can use them for like little bits of card for making extra pockets, stamping words on for labels and things like that. And go into your scrap box, which is what I did. It says take more pictures, because obviously it's photographs that we're putting in, and this one I am going to do with the black VersaFine, and it's the Onyx Black, and I'm going to try and get this as straight as possible, although the pictures word isn't I think it's meant to be straight. No, it's not meant to be straight, and it looks better like that. So that says take more pictures. So I think we can put that one in there, and we'll put our little fancy one again. You can put photographs on these. I think we can quite like that. I like that, but I like this peach, and I think I might put the peach one in here. And I've not put a grommet in it. I was going to, but don't need to. And this is just old scrap ribbon that came from a thrift store. And I just want just tying it in a knot, because I just want it to look like a bow without actually tying a bow. It's kind of the cheats way. What I do is I fold the two edges like that, and I've showed this time and time again. I go from the outside down to the inside, and that's what you get. So from the outside down to the inside. And there we are. And I quite like that one. So this one, again, I'm going to tie a knot. And I'm just going to have it on a slant. There we are. And this one, we're going to have that one, or are we going to have this one? Where are we going to have that one? No, I'm going to have this one. And I'm just doing it in a slant. Like that. And because it's ribbon and ribbon can fray, what I usually do is I take just a lighter, it just singes the ends. Be careful if you're doing this that you don't set yourself on fire. And it just stops it from fraying in the future. And there we are. So there we are. And then if you were you can make pockets out of this, or you can keep it as pages. We've got that. Goes really brilliantly with that. The last one I made like an envelope pocket. You've got that one. And I think what we might do is we might make a pocket. So I'm just going to clip cut this in half. Right, so I've cut the two pieces in half. You can use it that way or that way. I prefer to use it that way. And is that deep enough for my pockets? Yes. Well, right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this again, two pieces like that, and they measure 5 3/4 by 3 1/4, 5 3/4 by 4 3/4. And what I'm doing is I'm just folding probably 1/4 inch down, so this will be now 4 inches. If you want to get your fold correct, you're best off lining the lines up. Yeah, and that's the pocket that these two are going to sit in, I think. I'm going to fold that in just a little bit deeper because I want a gusseted pocket. So a gusseted pocket is when these bits stick to the page and it gives you a little bit more wiggle room. Now this is the lip and I want the lip to stick down, so I'm just mitering these corners so that we don't have too much bulk. And the lip of the pocket I'm going to stick down. Like that, and that will stick down like that. So again I'm going to go with, do I want it? Yep. Again I want a lip. And I want a bit folded in, and I'm going to get this right, so I'm just keeping that edge to there, keeping that edge to there, and I'm going to fold that over so it matches that. Again, fold that down. Mustn't have put enough glue on that. Fold that down there. what I want to do is I want to stick these two down, and this bottom I want to put it to the on this pocket. And this wasn't planned. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this page, but sometimes when I'm working I get ideas and I think, you know, that's what I'm going to do. So this is it. This is what I'm going to do. And then we'll just that on there and that on there, that needs to stick down there. Perfect. And what I do want to do is I want to put some notch in. So I should have done it before, but I haven't. So what I do is I put, when it's a pocket like this, just put that in, guess the middle, and there we are. And I'll do the same with that one, guess the middle. It's slightly off, and it is slightly off, but I'm fine. And then I'm going to ink round it, and again I should have inked round it before I stuck it down, but hey ho. And what I do here is I just usually pull it away and because it's a gusseted pocket you can do that, and then that will fit in your journal. I'm not going to stick it in a journal, not yet, because I want to do this on the back to basics. So that looks like a good page. That would be a good page. That would be a good page if it was a little bit wider. Even a lined page. That one. And then what you would do is you would stick it down, and then you've got your tags in there, and you've got your little fat one in there. And if you put the button down that way, and that's it. So you've got two pockets and you've got a page stuffed with tags and photographs and things like that. And that would actually fit, because that would go around that, and that would kind of fit in that like that. So I hope you get something out of this. And you've also got another bit here to do some, you know, you can do side tuck pockets with it, or again, as I said, use it as a journal page. So hope you get something out of this, and I will see you in the next video. So there we are. And it looks quite cool on a page like that. You've got lots of tags. Well, I printed this one off twice, so you normally get that one and you get the 4 pictures. But print it off twice, print it off 4 times, and have lots of tags. You can decorate them the way you want. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.